There are call centers all over the world, as you know, in many different countries. What is it
Mhm.
about Costa Rica that is special?
First, I'm here. Now, besides that, we're near shore
Hmm.
compared to offshore.
Right.
Offshore is more Philippines, India, and the Middle East.
Okay.
Near shore, I'm on Mountain Time Zone. You could be here on
Hmm.
a direct flight. Plus, you're looking at English, Spanish capacities. Costa Rica is the only democratic society in Central
Hmm.
America. We have no standing army, 95% literacy rate,
Wow.
neutral accent,
Mm.
excellent scalability because companies such as Amazon, HP, Intel, and Oracle are here.
Mm.
So our labor pool is incredible. People are coming to the plate with structure and discipline, especially being bilingual. And if we're capable of molding them and they're not coming into the center with bad
Hmm.
habits. In fact, a lot of people have either lived in the States, family in the States, know people here from the United
Hmm.
States. They're very attuned to the North American market. So it's almost seamless. It's a very easy transition for companies to work with our organization here virtually
Hmm.
because it's really not missing a beat.
Hmm. From as we talked about, it's a clearly a very competitive industry. And you've talked a
Sure.
little bit about the benefits that you have in Central America. And would you say that, how do I want to put it? Is the pay better where you are than the offshore call centers? I have to imagine it must be significantly.
We are the prices are more competitive in India and the Philippines. And the skill set's about the same. It really depends on the coach and the environment and
Right.
company culture. That could make a difference. And if someone is really picky in regards to accents, fine, you can choose it that way.
Hmm.
But no, in Costa Rica, it can be expensive if
Hmm.
you're looking for certain technical support,
Hmm.
trilingual agents, maybe a supervisor or manager that's been at a center for 10 years
Hmm.
and can bring to the table certain resources. But if you're comparing it to the United States, we're about a half or a third of the cost because you're just looking at independence when we're doing
Hmm.
full benefits and overhead.
Right.
And plus, it could be great for somebody to work with an offshore or nearshore call
Hmm.
center so they can focus on other areas of their business to scale. In the United
Hmm.
States, Carol, a lot of people see telemarketing as a transitional job. They
Right.
may look down upon it.
Hmm.
Well, that's what Hollywood does sometimes by seeing movies like The Wolf of Wall Street, Boiler Room, and Glengarry Glen
Right.
Ross. Not everybody sells stock, and we're not out there doing those sort of things. Many people that we know earn a living by making and receiving phone calls with or without the infrastructure of a call
Hmm.
center. So it could be something to retain a client. You can get a referral,
Hmm.
an upsell. And you and I both know that from an exit interview point of view, we can find certain areas to improve or what our competition has done to earn that business. And for me, it's
Hmm.
very important to listen to the frontline workers, the ones that are receiving these
That's
phone
right.
calls and making these phone calls, because they're the ones that need to keep their dignity and not compromise their ethics and make sure that
Hmm.
they have all the resources and the list is good and the rebuttals are there and the
Hmm.
CRM is up to speed for them to feel fulfilled and to reduce their fear levels because it's very easy to reduce attrition. There's so many sort of preventative measures that you can put in place before
Hmm.
trying to find a cure. And the biggest thing for me, and you mentioned this multiple times, is there are some outside factors that may affect somebody's work
Hmm.
performance that I am not aware of. And I don't want to pry into people's personal lives. But if there is a chance that we can reset, find the balance, and recharge their batteries, because a lot of the times, Carol, they're here more hours than they are with their own family, then that is our sort of
Hmm.
obligation as real leaders to be able to give them that sort of job
Hmm.
stability.
Richard, you said you closed your first deal in early 2008. I assume that was a deal you closed on your own. Are you still closing all the deals? How do you find your business?
Through multiple channels and
Mhm.
mediums. I have a lot of people out there that are referring my business, and that's the best
Of
business you could
course.
get. I'm very heavy with SEO, just like yourself. So
Mhm.
it's almost a contribution without asking for anything in return. I will definitely give a free sample for you to try my food and then some. And
Right.
when people contact me, it's really theirs to lose
Mhm.
because I'll be more than happy to consult and to
Mhm.
earn their business through merit and through my own suggestions and
Right.
experience, because it could be intimidating to work with someone that could be thousands of miles
Mhm.
away, or entrusting a very important part of your business to someone you've never shaken their hand before. But for me, it's very important to let people know that I'm accountable
Mhm.
for their account, that I have moved abroad and I've dedicated my life for this. And a lot of people like that sort of hands on, getting that direct line to the CEO approach.
Mhm.
And the way that I was taught, my friend, is no surprises. Since there is attrition and we may
Mhm.
not get a 2 weeks notice from time to time, the best relationships are built through chaos. If I can work through a situation by letting them know what's happening, making a suggestion, and putting in an action plan, those are the sort of long term relationships, because they know I call the balls and the strikes, and I'm always there to make things work. And that's the sort of experience that I had as a CEO that maybe I didn't get in the beginning
Mhm.
at my friend's center because I wasn't C-level.
Right.
But then again, I that was a chance for me to learn the business from the inside and out, to see the good and the bad
Mhm.
and sit in the rows and break the bread
Mhm.
with the
Mhm.
agents. And I almost skipped, like, it's almost going from college to the pros. I was never
Mhm.
a supervisor. I was never a
Mhm.
manager.
Mhm.
I went from a specialist employee at my friend's center to owning one. And so maybe it was best for me because I never lost the essence of what got me into this industry in the first place.
Carol Schultz here. Thanks for watching this excerpt from Authentically Successful. The conversation doesn't end there. So if you want to hear this episode in full and all my conversations with many other successful founders and CEOs, please visit verticalelevation.com/podcast.